Sharon?
Don't go yet.
Oh, okay.
I guess you can say that I was going to do something, but I got my face cut up.
Okay. Joseph was going to do something, but he recently got his face cut up, so.
We can do something too, but...
Okay.
Another shot of the face?
Mother, can you grab...
Okay.
Huh?
Should we give it a shot of the face? Okay, now our final presentation is going to be by me, and I'm going to be reading a humorous intro, I guess, that I wrote. And then following that, Mark will give us the closing prayer and the blessing on the food. In this season of Thanksgiving, one often reflects upon his many blessings. These blessings vary from person to person. However, many often overlook one of the greatest blessings, the blessing of modern technology. Ask yourself honestly, have you ever given thanks for the blessing of using Charmin versus a Sears catalog? People just don't recognize these modern advances as blessings until they don't have them. In order to bring an awareness to this, I would like to present what our world would have been like had we not lived in the modern age. In other words, how the Roylance family would have existed in the age when bedpans ruled. As always, we'll begin with the head honcho, Dad. Dad, not being very much into modern technology as it is, was very much the same. After years of graciously accepting a handcart as a family means of transportation, Dad recently exchanged the handcart for a Camry Surrey. And to answer your question, yes, it even has fringe on the If one asks Dad why he always parks the Surrey in the middle of the field, he'll answer, I can use the walk. But we all know it's to avoid those little scratches. All the little scratches Surreys get when parked too close to each other. You'll also be relieved to know that Dad checks the barn door 3 times. Oh yes, sirree. Those animals will never get out. Next comes the Caroline Ingalls of us all, Mom. Mom spends most of her time ironing Dad's overalls. She also serves as the family barber, dressmaker, cleaning lady, cook, and she still manages to save money by driving to Tremont and save 6 cents on orange juice. David. David could be called the adventurer of the family. For after settling down with his little missy, he up and took his entire family to California. He'd heard there was gold there, so now he spends most of his time with the family mule, placer mining. He also has been teaching Daniel how to rhyme, and the two of them are hoping to write a children's book under the pen name Mother Goose. Mark, let's see. He lives with Karen, Tiffany, Ashley. Oh, of course, Mark's a polygamist. Yes, it's true. Mark lives the law of polygamy. Currently, however, he's been hiding from the law. Not only has he been charged with illegal cohabitation, but he was also recently seen kissing in public. Now we come to Mary, queen of the outhouse. Oh, kids, let me out of here. She's also been titled this by many of her beaux as they wait to court her. Mary, largely in part due to the city matchmaker, was married at the tender age of 16. Thus, now she's the happy mother of 3 bouncing baby mice. Wishful thinking never hurts. Elizabeth. Like Dad, is much the same. She still works with Dr. Poole as his assistant, although her duties are slightly different. Well, this is before the modern technology of laughing gas existed. Now, rather than prepare the patients for Dr. Poole, Liz's job is to try and keep the patient's mind off of their excruciating pain. She dances, tries to spell, anything in effort to make the patients laugh. Ruth Ann's lot is a miserable one. She was matched up to be the wife of good old Roy. Ruth Ann has always felt her match with Roy was an act of revenge on Dad's part. By the time through the barn door. Whatever the case, now her days are filled preparing Roy's macaroni and cheese, feeding his smoking jacket. Esther, my favorite person. What can I say about her? Esther and Jeff opened up a diner. It's called Jeff's Kitchen. And if I don't say so myself, it's a great success. In fact, it's so profitable, they recently purchased a fandangled contraption called a radio. Yes, that's a radio. And now Jeff listens to the Andrews Sisters all day long. If you won't tell anyone, I'll let you in on a secret. I've even caught him singing along to his favorite Christmas carol. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. And now I come to Rebecca. The doctors say it's a coma. So we know better. Without the modern convenience of an alarm clock, Rebecca just never wakes up. Furthermore, she doesn't have contacts, so even Sarah can't wake up by saying, "Contacts, contacts." Speaking of Sarah, she even be married to the punch who was married at 14. Yep, one day she was obeying Dad's order to go tell Cam to move the Surrey off our field. It was in a mile radius of Surrey. Anyway, as she went to tell Cam, she took one look into his eyes and fell in love. And now she spends all her days sitting with Cam on their Surrey and listening to the gramophone. Jose. Joseph just loved school and was the first Roylance to ever have continued past the 6th grade. Spending so much of his time at school, all of us just have one question to ask Joseph. Joseph, are you popular? And finally, the caboose of our family, John. John, surprisingly, is very thin, almost to the point of being skinny. Well, this can be contributed to 2 factors. First, Mom doesn't have an icebox to keep ice cream in. And secondly, John has to walk to school uphill both ways. Oh, and I almost forgot. He washes the dishes every night with the infamous little stool Dad made for David. There it is, the Roylance's life before modern-day technology. I'm sure after hearing all of this, we will all be more appreciative of our life as it is now, rather than what it would have been, especially Karen.
Woo! All right. What I want to say is I do those same things all the time. Just riding to scream on.
Cash Junction, maybe.
Whose camcorder is this one? Jeff and Esther's?
Or just for you too.
Gross rats.
Is that the knife you cut it open with?